Hi everyone, welcome to week 14 of our Comp 2 class. As with last week's assignments, you will be practicing citations, this time works cited entries, and providing and receiving peer feedback on your work. For this week's peer review, remember to focus specifically on citations. Citations are a major part of writing Project 3, and it is imperative that you are crafting them correctly. If you've been struggling with in-text citations and works cited entries thus far, this is the week to get them under control. Be sure to seek advice from your peers, but you may also seek advice from me, reference librarians, and of course your textbook. At this point, you hopefully have a nice chunk of writing Project 3 done. Keep in mind that every paragraph that you finish is one less that you have to worry about. Success in this stage of the writing process is all about time commitment. Keep watching your schedule and noting when you have time to work on this compared to how much time you feel you need to finish. Your peer reviews can have a huge impact on your overall grade. Get MLA citation style feedback from your discussion board posts. Any clarity, citation, or editing issues that you can weed out now will only help your final grade. Task 1 for this week, we have some readings for you. We have Chapter 31, Assessing Your Own Writing. And you should review Chapter 32, Getting Response and Revising. That can be useful to you for the peer review activity, as well as Chapter 54 on MLA style. Task 2 is going to be practicing works cited entries. Now that your essay is mostly complete, it is time to ensure your works cited entries match MLA citation guidelines in order to give proper credit to the original author and allow readers to easily retrace your research steps to verify your fair use of the source material. So for this task, you should take a look at the chapter on MLA, then choose your top 4 sources from Writing Project 3, and you're going to write a works cited or bibliographic entry for each of those sources. Be sure your entries follow the format discussed in the textbook for the specific type of source. Task 3 is to review the Writing Project 3 assignment sheet. It's always a good idea to review an assignment sheet several times before turning in the final product. Task 4 is optional. You can review a sample MLA formatted essay, which you will find right here, the first page. And we also have a video here that could help you out with MLA as well. I will say there are also plenty of other sources available online. I like to use the Purdue Online Writing Lab. That's where I go to do all of my citations. Our library has lots of resources. Your textbook, I think, is actually very good at providing information on MLA. So there's plenty of stuff for you to work with. Task 5 is also optional. You can review our library's MLA citations guide, which you can find by clicking this link here. Task 6 is to actually complete your Writing Project 3 preliminary final draft. And you're going to be posting this to the discussion board, but I'll say a bit more about that in a minute. Some things for you to remember: your essay must be 1,750 words minimum. This is a formal academic essay, so you want to make sure that you are avoiding slang, any sort of like informal wording. You also want to avoid first person, saying I, me, my, we. You also want to avoid second person, saying you, your, yours. You need to have 5 to 10 sources that support your argument. Failure to include a thesis statement or citations may result in your essay earning a failing grade, so it's very important that you have those things up to snuff. If you'd like any feedback on your thesis, let me know. I'd be happy to give you some. And your essay must be based on one of the focus areas listed in Finding a Direction for Your Paper. There are 5 different directions for you to go in for this paper. Yours must be based on one of those 5. Here, under week 14 assignments, you're going to submit all of the writing you completed for task 2, which was the practice works cited page. Here, you'll submit your final draft for Writing Project 3. And then here we have our discussion board. Your first post is due on Thursday. I'd like you to post a complete draft of your paper. And once you have shared your paper, write 2 to 3 paragraphs about how your research and drafting process has gone and what questions you have for your peers about your essay. Your reply posts, which are due on Saturday, are going to do the following. You should read through your classmates' papers and look at the number of citations on each page. Does it look like they have enough research cited? Should they add or delete any? Also check the formatting on each citation. Do they include a clear source introduction, a quote or paraphrase, and a citation? Make sure their citations are properly formatted and make any suggestions that you might have for how they could improve. Then take a look at their works cited page. Is each of the sources listed in the works cited page also found within the document, within the actual essay itself? You don't want to be putting anything on your works cited page that isn't included in the paper, and anything included in the paper also needs to be included in the works cited page. Make any other comments you have for each writer about their argument, writing style, editing, etc. And then finally, answer any questions that your peers left you about their paper. That is all for this week. Let me know if you have any questions or want any help with anything, and have a good week.